Hi, this video will demonstrate how an existing Infinite Campus portal user will set up their security preferences. Infinite Campus recently went through an update and now requires this of all users. It will help you in the long term to set up your security preferences, so if you ever forget your username or password, it will send it to you in an email. If you happen to be a new user to the Infinite Campus portal, this video will not help you. You would want to watch the video for new users that explains the process of activating your account, logging in for the first time, and setting up your security preferences. This video is specific to users that have logged in before. First, you will need to log into the Infinite Campus portal to start the process. You can locate this link by going to the Omaha Public Schools website. You'll type in www.ops.org. On the left side, you'll look for the Parent Links tab. Inside the Parent Links tab, I want to point out two websites that might be helpful. The first is Infinite Campus Portal Information. On that link, you'll be able to access important documents, some how-to training videos, and other resources to help you with the Infinite Campus portal. Directly below it is a link to the Infinite Campus portal login. In the login page, you'll type in your username and password. You can click Enter or select Sign In. And the first thing that it alerts you is that you need to set up your security preferences. You can choose to bypass this up to 3 times by selecting Not Now, but after that third time it will not let you into the system any further until you set up your security preferences. I would like to set mine up, so I'm going to select Yes. Inside the Security Preferences window, a box appears giving you an explanation of what they need. I will summarize the key points. 1, they need a valid email address. 2, they need 8 likes and 8 dislike images. And 3, you have to type in your current campus password, the password you used when you just logged in. When you're done looking at this screen, you'll select Click to Close at the bottom. At the top, it is important to first enter in an email address and make sure that you type it in correctly. This email address is really important because in the future, if you forget your username or password, the system will send it to this email. I'm going to type in a sample email address and later show you how to change it if you make a mistake. The system will only send you your forgotten username or password to the email you type in. If you happen to have several email accounts that you use, it is important that you remember which one that you type in. Below it, you're going to set up another layer of protection. This helps the system verify your identity if you ever forget your login information. It's going to ask you to select 8 pictures that show you things that you like. It then wants 8 pictures that show what you dislike. When you are choosing pictures, you can select from any of the tabs. You can look for pictures that are of high interest to you, or it's perhaps something that you know that you like. After you're done selecting one, you'll then choose 8 dislikes. For example, I'm going to look inside the food section for something that I like. When I hover over the picture, it shows in a rectangle what it's showing: cereal. I like cereal, so I'll click on it and it puts it down into my likes. I see this is a cup of coffee. I really don't like coffee. If I click on it and it shows up in my likes, I can take it back out. I can either click back on the same picture, or I can go down below and I can click that cup of coffee and it will take it back out of there. When I'm done selecting my 8 likes, I then can select my 8 dislikes. After you select your pictures, the system then asks you to type in the original password that you used to log in. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. This current password means the original password that I just used when I logged into my account. When I'm done, I'll select Save Changes. I'll know that my security preferences were set up when it takes me to the main screen. After you set up your preferences, you would want to visit the Account Manager on the far left side. Inside Account Management, this is a place where you can change your password if you ever need to. I want you to notice this 0%. When I hover over my mouse over this 0%, a gray box shows up and it tells me that I need 100% strength to my password. It also gives me some tips of how to set up that password. So if you ever wanted to change your password, you would start typing in a new password. And as you start to type it in, it's going to show you the strength of that password. I'm not at 100%, so I need to keep typing. When I get to 100%, that means that it's strong enough, and then they ask me to verify it by typing it exactly the same way to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. Directly below it, I can see my email account. When I click inside that email account, up above it turns red, and I see a message telling me, please enter the same value again. That's a clue to me in the system that I did not type the new password and then the verification new password the exact same way. So I'm going to type these in again to make sure that they're the exact same. When they turn both black and I click below and they both stay black, that's a clue to me that I typed them in both the same. Now when I set up my email, I accidentally made a mistake, so this is a good time for me to check. If I kept this wrong email in the system and later forgot my username or password, they would try to email this address and I would not receive it. So I need to make sure that I come in here and change this. It would be very smart to make sure that you double check this before you log out. This is also an area that down below you can set up your user preferences. I could change out my likes and dislikes if I wanted to. Because I made some changes to my security preferences, at the bottom they're going to ask me to type in the original password that I used to log in. So I have to make sure I use that original one that I just used to get into the system. When I'm done, I'll select Save Changes. Now it pops me back up to the top and it shows me in green that I successfully changed my email address. However, it doesn't alert me that I changed my password. I'm not sure why the system does this, but from experience what I've found out is it does take your new password. So the next time you log in, it's actually going to use that new password that you just selected. Once you are done checking that your security preferences are set up correctly, you can move on to choosing which student you want to find out more information on. You can check some things on the left navigation pane. When you're done with all of this, it's important that you go to the right and select Sign Out. Now that your security preferences were set up and the system has your email, if you ever forget your login information, it will be easy to access it. When you first come to this login screen, if you can't remember your username or password, you need to select Help. When you open up the Help section, you'll see a link if you forgot your password, a link if you forgot your username. You will then walk through some security questions and the system will email you the information. This concludes the video on how to set up your security preferences if you're an existing Infinite Campus Portal user. Thank you and have a great day.